What's good, YouTube? Nate with Mass Collector, back with another video with build the Back to the Future Delorean from Eaglemoss. I'm up to issue 14 now. 13, we just put together the rear tire. I did not attach it to the frame yet. I wanted to get the other side done before we did that. And I've also heard a lot of people on some of the chat groups and Facebook groups that you should probably just leave the wheels off until the end. It's just easier to handle and move around. And I definitely noticed that in the last couple issues, the way we work with this stuff, and we'll probably run into some of the same ones with this one. So issue 14. So in this issue, we received the parts for the right rear axle and brake, the right rear hub carrier, the rear right radius arm, the boot, a flange, front right track rod, rear shock assembly, spring, a link, bracket, rear brake disc, rear brake caliper, and then we have BM, CM, HM, EM, and AP, and IM screws. So the exact same thing we did in issue 12, we're doing in this one, just the other side of the frame. So the rear right wheel. Okay, so first things we do is gonna open up all the parts. We'll just take the top off for now, leave everything in its little spot. We're gonna break out all the screws and put them in my handy dandy pillbox. Link in the description for this. This is great. You can label. I got a label maker, and then these pop out individually, so it's really nice. And then we're just going to fill these all in. Put them in their little pill holder right away. Just easier to do it that way. Doesn't screw up your mojo when you're assembling stuff. Doesn't slow you down at all. Trying to get stuff out of these little bags. It's kind of a pain. So just another recap. It says, you know, AP, HM. The P stands for plastic, which means that the screw is going to be driven into a plastic part. And the M is for metal, which means that the screw is going into a metal part. And that being said, I picked up some 3-in-1 oil, which I've heard on the Facebook groups that this really helps out driving in the metal screws in the metal. So I'm gonna try this stuff out tonight. I'll put a link in the description for that too, for Amazon, but I think you can pretty much get it anywhere. Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's, all that stuff. This one was in Menards. So step 1, gonna fit the rear hub carrier 14A, this part, into the end of the radius arm 14B. Align the holes in both parts and secure with 2 CM screws. So I'll take 2 CM screws out. And this part. And this part. And there's an extra screw in here. Somehow. Huh. I don't know, I'll have to search and see which one this one goes to. Put in my magnetic spot right there to keep it. Okay. This is out, so this part here is going to be going in, and this is going to be coming in towards you, and then this fits in just like that. So, feels pretty snug actually. I'm going to get a little cup to put oil in quick. I'm just going to put a couple of drops in there, and I'm just going to give it a couple drops on it. So get it, twist it till you get it tight, and then back it out. Just keep kind of working it like that, because it's kind of threading itself into that paint and stuff on the other side. Alright, that seems to be in there pretty good. Let me get one more turn on this thing here. Alright, so next step, insert the end of the link 14H into the hole in the bracket 14I with a EM screw. This step here is a tough one to get that thing, but I use the silicone pad to press it onto so I don't miss it and screw driving your hand up. There's a little lip here, you can see that goes into that hole, that big hole, like that. So we're going to dab this thing into the oil. Hopefully this helps a little bit. It seems like it helps a little bit. It's hard to tell. So once you get it started, I'm using the silicone pad, getting my fingers out of the way, and then just driving it down. So this gives it a little bit of a give, and then you can put pressure on it without having your fingers in there, because the screwdriver can just jump off of it and really cut you up. It hasn't, I've just heard it on other people's videos, people doing it. People's comments is just like that, you know, it's just such a small screw. Oh man, could you see how you could really injure somebody with that? Jesus. I keep pushing it in, backing it out, and then just kind of repeating that. I saw somebody's comment that you want to keep backing it out because as you screw it in, there's metal shavings that get into threading. So once you back it out, it kind of pulls it out of there and then go back in. All right, well, I think I'm in. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I always say that and I always get another turn out of it. All right, we're good. Step number 3. So we're gonna attach this part, the link and the bracket, to the side of the frame with a BM screw. So it goes into this bottom hole. If you can see it, this hole right here. There's 2 of them, but it goes in this one. Well, that one went in pretty damn good. So I don't know if it was because of the oil or what, but that one went in nice. Step 4, place the hole at the end of the arm over the post at the side of the frame. Tighten an EM screw into the post hole. So I'm just gonna put the screw through the hole and then get it started this way. It went on there really good. So I'm going to recommend the oil. It's helping, I can tell. It just went in really easy compared to the last one. All right, step 5. Place the end of the link between the 2 uprights of the rear hub carrier and put an HM screw through the aligned holes. See how nice that pillbox works? Just bang, bang. So a couple drops of oil on there. So this link goes in between the 2 holes here. Okay, now it's starting to get to the other side here. We are in. It's on there good, nice and sturdy. Step 6. Place the 2 pins of the caliper 14J into the corresponding holes on the brake disc 14K, then secure it with an AP screw. So this means we're going into plastic. No need for oil. So it's got little pins that it'll fit into. Like that. And just the 1 screw in this middle hole. Not too much. You know, once it stops, stop. This is just for aesthetics anyway, so it doesn't have to be super tight, but you also don't want to crack the plastic on the other side or break anything. Insert an IM screw through the hole at the bottom of the shock assembly. It's got to go through the left side. And I think it just kind of slides in there. Place the brake disc onto the rear hub carrier and raise the lower link up to the bottom of the brake disc. So pull the frame up, put it on its side. This will literally just kind of snap into place because it's magnetic. That. Almost thought I had that too far in there, but this has got to be down. So like that. That way it's between here. This goes in the middle like that. And then that IM screw goes all the way through all that with the shock on it. Well, maybe that's why the tire should be on there. Stabilize it a little bit. So then the shock goes on this side, like this. So flip this around. Yeah, don't put the shock absorber in here thinking that you know what you're doing, because the spring goes on here after you put the screw in. All right, that's in. Yep. And then we put the spring right here. You put the spring over the shock absorber. Fit it underneath there, and then it's going to slide in underneath there, so the shock absorber hole is showing through that hole there. And we need an EM screw to put on top. Yeah, see, I pushed the shock through the hole and pushed down on it. That's it. There's our suspension. This is the front right track rod. Place part 14E onto the end of 14D as shown. Tighten a BM screw into it, securing the parts together. So what I do is I'll just, this is the way that goes, the screw goes in here, like that. That's it. And then put the boot, the last step, push part 14C onto 14D up against 14E. Keep the completed assembly in a safe place as it will be needed in an upcoming stage. And I don't think there's a right or a left on this thing, so we're just gonna throw it on there like that, and we're good to go. All right, that issue is complete. That was quick. A lot better than the last, like issue 12 was a bitch, but that 3-in-1 oil really helps. Highly recommend that. All right, go through the issue here, see if there's anything. Thompson. So when Michael J. Fox was cast, the character got a whole new look. At some point, I either turned the camera off or we ran out of power. So I apologize if we skip something. I'll double check it and try to edit in some other stuff to show you what I did. But next issue is the last tire. Issue 15. Appreciate you guys checking it out, the video with me. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't to follow me on this journey, and hit the thumbs up to like the video, and then hit that bell if you want to be notified of new content when I put out videos. And see you in the next one. Thanks.